Project next week, just to look administratively, project next week, I put a new video up to help. I got a couple emails from students about the histogram problem, which involves making a distribution in Excel and then plotting a bar chart, essentially, technically called a histogram. And I realized that people were getting confused between the example I had in the project and what I was asking you to do with the data that I did. So I made a video, a YouTube video, a three-parter. It's about 15 minutes long. I apologize for making it so long. You probably don't have to watch all 15 minutes of it if you think that's too long. The reason I made it that long was not only did I show you how to make the histogram, but I also show you how to edit it, to add axes, to add a title, which is all the stuff I want you to do on the graphs anyway. So I think between that and between the scatter plot video, I think that will probably cover most of your questions if you get stuck. If not, you can always email me, of course. But at least so you know that's there. I hyperlinked it in right after the problem on the project. So it says if you still need something else, here's a video link. Click on that. Get back to the video. It's partially me sitting at the computer showing you what to do, and then partially a board explanation of what to do. So anyway, have at it. Even if you get stuck, it's not due till next week anyway. So that's that. There were a couple quizzes due today. If you need more time on the randomness quiz, feel free to grab that, take it with you, and bring it back on Monday. I realized as I was posting last week, because we didn't have Monday this week, hopefully you guys had a nice relaxing weekend. Because we didn't have class Monday, we're going to finish up that last little bit of randomness in class today with the data you guys collected at the end of class last Wednesday. We just ran out of time before I got to put it into Excel so we could look at it.
I didn't ask the program.
That's okay. We will have enough data, I think, to see it. I can get you the programs for sure. So that quiz, by all means, you can turn in on Monday if you need more time to work on it. The logistic one, you shouldn't have any problem with doing it right now if you wanted to do that one at all. And I will get more quizzes up for you today. I ran out of time this morning as I had this phone call come through with OSU. If anybody has any issues with OSU advising and they need to talk to somebody quickly, I usually can figure it out. Matt and me have talked about his 245 and it was a bachelor's degree. But there's admissions issues. Oops. There's admissions issues. Oh, look at that. Okay. Don't use that pocket anymore. There's admissions issues with the math, which is what I was just talking to Vickery about. So if anybody gets stuck with math requirements for their degree, just come chit-chat with me and we can probably talk you through it and figure it out. Schools, all academic institutions have these weird hoops they make you jump through when you transfer. And my job, my kind of calling, is to make the hoops less obtrusive and more accessible. Like, I've been working on this degree. Is anybody a business major in here? Yeah, so you guys, there's a degree called the ASOT, which I'm betting you guys are in. Let's say yes to that. And it's changed like 4 times over the past 5 years. These little tiny tweaks keep changing, and it just changed like a year and a half ago again. And the reason it keeps changing, I don't know, but every time it's up for a change, I try to suggest more logical components to it so that it looks like something that wasn't thrown together like a leftover meal. Like when you come on like a Wednesday, you're like, what are you gonna have for dinner? I don't know, let's put together Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday and make Wednesday's dinner. I don't want the degree to look like that. I want it to look like a 4-course meal you put together and thought through. Does that make sense? So anyway, if you get stuck with your math requirements, just let me know. We can look at it and try to figure it out. That's why I was late. I apologize for being late. I was talking to Vic. Vickery is amazing. Anybody ever work with Vickery down at the Cap Center? She is incredible. If you ever need advising help down there, she's amazing. She knows everything about most degrees by memory. And the things she doesn't, she knows who to call and ask about. So you can always use me as a resource in that case too. Anyway, so you got quizzes. I'll post a few more quizzes for you guys for next week. We'll do them after class. I think I'm going to have a probability quiz. We're going to start talking about that today. And we'll have maybe 2 probability quizzes. Yeah, I think you guys will like that. We'll do some data collection in class today, kind of get a feel for that. And then so next week will be craps, analyzing craps, which seems silly, maybe, except number 1, I'll starburst, which you might be happy about. And number 2, it'll help you understand the mathematics behind making decisions based on probability. That's what I'm most excited about. Yeah, craps is like the vehicle, but the math behind it, we'll start that math today. We'll start that math today with coins and dice, and then we'll apply it to craps and payouts starting on Monday. That's where I think, in my opinion, that's where it gets the most interesting. I've talked to a lot of statisticians and actuaries, and they keep telling me, if your students understand what a distribution is and how to find its average, that's like 75% of any statistics class, if you can understand that. And I know we can do that in 2 days next week. So we'll have an in-class quiz next week. If anybody's short 1 quiz, I guarantee you 1 quiz in class next week. Next week. So we'll have that one. If you got your progress reports, I didn't get progress reports to you today. Emily just sent me a very apologetic email today that she hasn't even picked up your stuff from last week yet. That might be her now. And so she apologized. What did she say? I apologize for being. It was something fairly PG-13, but she was talking about herself. So she's apologetic of not having stuff picked up. If she doesn't pick it up by today, I'm going to grade it myself to get it back to you guys ASAP. Just because anyway, leave it at that. I'll get it to you as soon as I can. If it takes me to grade it, that's totally fine. I don't mind. It's just like you get for the hours. I just can't claim the hours, so I can pay somebody else to do it. It's great. Yeah, that's that. So before we get into probability, which is what I do want to get into today, I want to share with you